Come on, man, is this thing working? Oh, there we go. Well, hey folks, we're going to go over our infographic, give you a few examples how I've done these kinds of discussions in my online classes. So let's dive into ideas for engaging discussions. You can increase student engagement in your discussions by having students produce and post videos, audio, slide decks, infographics, etc. I've done this with great effect just by having students post videos for their student introduction. It's a great way to build community. Another way to increase engagement is to limit the size of discussion groups. If you have a really large class, you can split the students into a few smaller discussion groups. And one of the things you can do with that is after the students have finished their individual group discussions, you can have them share a synopsis of their group discussion with the other student groups. I've done case studies in discussion groups with great success, especially in my environmental science classes. What I generally do is I find a local environmental issue where there's enough data that students can do some research, divide the students into different teams, and have them go through a problem-solving process to figure out how to solve the problem. It works really, really well and engages the students. I've had good luck with online debates, both in my archaeology classes and environmental science. In archaeology, I've had students write op-ed pieces on preserving cultural artifacts, cultural sites. In environmental science, I've had students take the role of candidates in elections and do debates in writing and also in video. Having students teach their research findings is a bread and butter threaded discussion for me. It's real simple. I have students pair up and do peer review while papers are in the draft form. And then when papers are done, I have the individual students present their own findings. Sometimes I have them do it as PowerPoints. Other times they simply write things up. Using discussion groups to study for quizzes and exams is not something I've done. I generally do that online by holding volunteer conferences online. We can do that, of course, with Zoom meetings in our eLearn system. This is a great idea, though. Some of you may do a muddiest point or difficult question discussion. That can be a nice tool, too, to help students study for exams. Having students moderate discussions is another idea that I have not tried. I'm intrigued by it, and I'm going to try it soon. My understanding is that you do it after about halfway into a course when students are feeling comfortable with the online discussion group in the class. Role-playing works really well online in discussion groups. I've already mentioned that I've done it over environmental issue debates during election seasons. I've had good luck in online discussions with students creating and administering surveys to each other. I've done this in introductory sociology courses and research methods modules. Of course, if students are to administer surveys outside the class, they need to follow school protocols. Thank you very much for joining us for our little video. Please email me your strategies for increasing learner-learner interaction in online discussions. I'll share your ideas with our campus community. Again, thank you.